Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hello, good evening. Hello, Benny Gift. How are you today? Hope you're good. Hello, hello, hello. It's Saturday today. I hope you're well rested. Hello, Mayowa. Good evening. Adesola, good evening. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you very much. Hi, Paul. Good evening. Thank you, Paul. I hope you're having a good Saturday wherever you are. Welcome to Dr. Sunday Adelaja's Facebook page. You're very, very welcome. My name is Mayowa too. I have in front of me here Julie Ngoya, and that's the name that you need to remember because that's the name that you can call in on her messenger. So that's Julie Ngoya. Hello, Pastor Bear there. Hello, David. Good evening. Rufaro, how are you? Jake, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us this evening. Please, guys, don't forget, the first thing is to share, share, share. And for each share, there are different methods. Number one, you can share by just clicking the share button to go onto your Facebook page so all your friends and family can see that you're enjoying a program or there's a program that you have an interest in and you want on your page. Second way is by tagging somebody. So how do you tag? You use the symbol for emails, the same symbol that you use to write your email, at, and then the name of the person. No space, at, and the name. As you're writing the letters of the names, the Facebook will populate for you a name or several names. You select the names that you want to be mentioned. So that means those names will be mentioned and the individuals will see their name and maybe click to see where you are. So that's the second method. And the third and final method that I know is by inviting people. So please, guys, do the honors. Click on share and then click on invite friends, and you can click as many friends as possible. This is going to be an intriguing program this evening. Main things that we want to discuss is attributes of Dr. Sunday that we all love, and today's attribute is a very, very, very well-known attribute, or a word that we usually use a lot: leader, 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 leader. I think this is a fantastic attribute to discuss, especially because we use it a lot. We use it loosely. Some people use it with understanding. Some people use it with responsibility. Some people use it by blaming leaders. It's used in different contexts. And I think just dedicating the show to it today, or the program to it today, is a good idea for us to have more in-depth understanding and how we as individuals as well are leaders and how we can develop these attributes. So my plea, should I say, or my advice is, please, guys, why don't we invite as many people as possible so that we can all discuss this? And you know what? This is a very good point of discussion. If we start here, you can take it on with your friends and family later on to discuss even more. Hello, Oluwatoyin. Thank you for joining us. Also, the other thing that I would really like to spend some time to mention today is HMT. HMT is History Makers Training. We usually have HMT twice in a year, and I think this is autumn now. The autumn HMT is in November, and it's from the 5th to the 12th of November. Dr. Sunday did a special extension for you guys to come from the 5th to the 12th. And at the moment, there's a 10% discount that's available up until the 20th of October, which is only 6 days. So if you want to come and you live in Europe or in America, you don't need a visa. So what you need to do is to go to sundayadelajablog.com/visit. That's sundayadelajablog.com mayowa.com/visit. We'll put the details up so that you can also join us. History Makers Training. I mean, I can go on. We could dedicate a whole program to HMT on its own. And you know what I really would like people to do if you want to know more about HMT is, first of all, is you can go on YouTube after this program, of course, and check out Dr. Sunday's page or channel, which is Sunday Adelaja Official. And there's a playlist there that says HMT, the HMT of different year, but take the latest year. So I mean, you may take the HMT 2017 or HMT 2016. Either one would be great. And see what people are saying. Look at testimonials about HMT and also look at Kingdom Fruits. There's some of the Kingdom Fruits are people who have attended HMT as well in the past. So I really urge you to find out as much as you can about HMT. I can try and answer your questions. So even today, as we're discussing these attributes, if you have any questions about HMT, please feel free to ask in the comment section and I would answer it, or somebody else will answer it, or we will get to you at some point to give you your answer or the answer that you require. So please guys, HMT History Makers Training, don't take it lightly. And this year, or should I say this coming HMT from the 5th and the 12th, we have 2 guest speakers. So the first one, even though I'm not really in pronouncing the name, so I don't want to make any mistakes in pronouncing the name, so please forgive me if I do not pronounce the name correctly, but I think I will do. But let me see. So we have 2 guest speakers that have been confirmed. We have Professor Chris Imafidon. Professor Chris Imafidon is somebody that is well known, very popular around the world, but in Britain especially. His family has been known to be the smartest family in UK. So that's even recognized by the Queen of England as the smartest family in the UK. He has got a Facebook page. If you want to check him out, please do so. His children are amazing. They're now adults, but they are people, they're young children that finished school very early. Their education was extensively fast, or should I say, they're very smart. To call a family the smartest in UK, then you know that's a big deal, and they're recognized for this. And then there's Arams Aigehi, I think it is. That's Aigehi, and he's known. He's also on Facebook. Is somebody that is interested in elevating poverty in Africa. He's very well known in technology industry, and I think you should definitely check him out. He also have a Facebook live program that he does. I watch the live program as well, and you know, I've learned so much from him. His understanding, the depth of his understanding is amazing. You should check him out as well. So those are the 2 guests, and of course, you know, you're getting Dr. Sunday. That's the no-brainer. You know he's going to be here. And this year's HMT topic is amazing. I can't tell you. You just need to come and find out. So don't miss it. You have 10% discount for the next 6 days. And if you're interested, please go on to sundayadelajablog.com/visit. It's really going to be worth your while. So please do so as soon as possible. Or you can write to guest@godembassy.org. That's guest@godembassy.org. But today's program is, as in the title, is about the attributes of Dr. Sunday we all love, and we believe also that we can cultivate and we can develop in ourselves. Not that you would not have that attributes already, you do, but we need you to be conscious. We all need to be conscious of these attributes and walk and live in them. So how did we arrive at these attributes? Okay, if you're joining us for the first time, so this will be your first time of hearing this, but if not, forgive me for repeating this. But you know, other people need to know why we're discussing attributes. So these are attributes of Dr. Sunday that we collated during Dr. Sunday's Golden Jubilee, and that was back in May. So we ask people on Facebook or followers of Dr. Sunday's, or people that follow Dr. Sunday's teachings, what do they love about Dr. Sunday? What are the attributes that make them come back time and time again? And we had a whole list of attributes. We selected 50. Being his Golden Jubilee is the right number, 50, and we've been discussing those attributes since then. Since June, actually, we started discussing them. So we take one every now and then, maybe 2-3 times a week. We discuss attributes. And today we are discussing leader. What does it mean to be a leader? What does the word leader or leadership? Leader. Let's stick to the word leader. What does it mean to you? Are you a leader? Is it something that you aspire to be? Does it have a positive or a negative connotation for you? Let's talk about this. Let's have our own conversation and our own understanding on what it means to be a leader. I would love for you to share that by calling me. You can call on Julie Ngoya's messenger. That's Julie Ngoya's messenger. In fact, I'm going to turn the camera in a minute for you to say hello to Julie and for Julie to say hello to you. And also, you can also write your comments in the comment section. Guys, I really am relying on you today to share as much as you know about leader and leadership. And it's such a good thing as well to talk about this right now, because we're also talking about HMT, and HMT is coming up. So this is a good program to talk about leadership, what it means to be a leader, how we can acquire leadership skills, how we can be true leaders, good leaders, and what good leaders means for an environment, for a community, for a tribe. Any angle you want to discuss this, please bring it on. We're ready for you this evening. So let's do it. We're discussing leader today. So I'm going to turn the camera. I hope Julie is ready.
Hello everyone, good to see you all. Yes, I am part of this show today again, and we look forward to also welcoming you live. I have everything ready, so if you want to call in, please do. Also, when it comes to Q&A, to HMT, anything you want to know, please ask us. Now is the time for you to prepare yourself if you haven't already, and you won't regret it. So if you come, you will have the time of your life. I will tell you that, and it's going to be completely holistic. You're going to be able to relax, but you're going to be able to grow and to just, it's going to be like university condensed in 4 years university condensed in 5 or 4 days. Really, I'm not exaggerating. So be sure to be part of this, and we'll wait for you here. So call me on Messenger. Julie Ngoya is my name, and let us hear what your thoughts are on leader and on HMT as well. So, yeah.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you very much. When Julie is talking about this HMT, guys, don't take it lightly. Actually, I'm going to ask her some questions about it later, because I believe Julie has attended at least 3 HMTs, because the HMT are on different topics and different subjects. So Dr. Sunday comes with something that's totally new for each HMT. So we do have people that repeatedly comes because they find that they're having results that they've never had before. And I can see other people as well that have attended HMT more than once that are online now. So they may be able to answer your questions as well. So if you have any question, you can put it down. And if they have answers to it, they will give it to you straight and direct online right now. Hello, ask why are they following you? Okay, that's Dr. Ladi Shurunke is asking why are they following you? We should ask as a leader. I think that's something to do with leadership. But so guys, HMT is not something we should take lightly. It's actually a turnaround period. If you, for me, I've experienced HMT as well. And luckily I live in this house. So Julie lives here as well, but Julie was attending before she started living here. For me, when I felt the first HMT and my experience with other people is just that HMT just picked them up. I have said this already. Maybe I'm kind of like ahead of my time with things, but when it comes to listening to Dr. Sunday's teachings and understanding, I'm really very, I'm really very blessed with the understanding that I have and being able to kind of take actions that I wouldn't normally take. But what I found with people, because I was interviewing a lot of people after HMT, and what they're saying is that, these are the plans that they've had for years, and this is the were plans and goals that they wanted to put in place, but they didn't have the courage, they didn't have the inspiration. But after attending HMT, everything just changed for them. They suddenly got the knowledge, the understanding, the inspiration, the their drive to resurrect everything that they put aside or they thought they couldn't do. They started to believe in themselves so much more. But that came from knowledge, and knowledge came from them actually investing their time and their effort to come to HMT. So HMT is something that, yes, you're also going to take time off work, take time off your family, spend 7 days. Well, it's 5 days the training, but you know, the whole journey to come and go is 7 days in total, because it's from the 5th to the 12th. Take that time off, you know, out of your busy schedule and come here, and also invest in the ticket and the accommodation as well. But it's all worth it. Every single person that have attended HMT have said that they were glad that they did. 100% success rate. So I will let Julie talk about it later, but not right now, because today's topic is mainly about the attributes of Dr. Sunday that we love and we can develop, which is leader. So we're going to talk about that first, and then I'm just kind of also putting you in the frame mind of HMT, not to forget. If you are out there, you still want to come, there's time. If you don't need a visa. Even if you do need a visa, you might want to contact us and we'll see what you can do. But if you do not need a visa for Ukraine, then definitely take advantage of this 10% discount, which is on offer until the 20th of October. I would urge you to do so if you don't, if you really do want to come here to Ukraine and join the training, which is History Makers Training. Thank you very much. So I'm seeing some comments already about leadership, and I'm really excited. I really thank you guys for engaging already on this. I think this is going to be a hot topic for us to discuss, because unlike some of the attributes, like I've said to you in the past, that most of the attributes, they're words that I know, but they're not words that I imbibe in my day-to-day life. It's not part of my lifestyle. But leader and leadership is, you know, is something that I'm constantly hearing, something that I constantly throw around. But sometimes you don't even know what it means, really. You don't know the depth of what those words are. And I think this is a place for us to get the understanding and also share our knowledge, your knowledge, and you know what I know and what you know about leaders. I might find out that I don't know anything. I'm suspecting that I will do, but I'm always looking forward to learn from you and to learn from other people. So feel free to write your comments, and also you can call us on Julie Ngoya's Messenger. Thank you very much. Oriyomi says, okay, thank you, Oriyomi is greeting us. Thank you very much. We're discussing attributes leader today, so please join us and share your opinions, your comments on that attribute. Aisha said, just go to YouTube and see how HMT are powerful. I saw it life changing. Excellent, Aisha. I think Aisha is really on board. She's very, very fast. She's an upstarter. I spoke about this a few days ago, and I think now she's also gone to YouTube to find out a little bit about HMT herself. And she's now saying that how HMT are powerful. I saw it's life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing. I really can't emphasize on HMT enough. You know, if I can't. For me, I think maybe talking about HMT, because I live here as well, so I'm already experiencing HMT every day. But if you don't live here, it's an intensive imbibing of everything, values, everything of you changing your world, changing your life, changing your community, setting up a business, starting a business, having the wisdom to do it, having the character to do it. Everything is so much. It's not something that you can just put into a sentence and just describe to you. Maybe watch the video, hear what people are saying. And also this particular HMT, we have 2 guest speakers. So the ads is going to come out, is going to be put out today. But the important thing is that if you're interested in HMT, you want to join, you can take the time off, which is the 5th to the 12th of November. Then this is the time for you to go onto Sunday Adelaja, SundayAdelajablog.com/visit for you to register for HMT. What do we have here? Dr. Ladi Shorinke said, leadership will expose all your weaknesses. I think that's a really, really good place to start, because that's thank you so much, Dr. Sharonke, because sometimes we think leadership means that you're bossing people around. You think that you're better than everybody, or not better than everybody. That's the wrong word to use. But you think that you are the boss, the person that tell people what to do. But leadership is about responsibility. In my opinion, I think it's about responsibility. It's not about ordering people. It's about showing people by examples. So I wonder what you think there. But when Dr. Sharonke's words here, where he's saying leadership would expose all your weaknesses, absolutely it will. Because if there's something that you cannot do as a leader, or you're not able to do, your followers will see, other people will see it. And probably you would not even be defined as a leader anymore, because at work, somebody might be a leader. There's nothing you can do about that, because they are maybe your manager or the director of the company, so they will be considered as leader. But a true leader is somebody that has so much. Let's see what the definition says. Actually, let's start from the definition. The Google Dictionary definition is very simple. And it says the person who leads or commands a group, organization or country. Excuse me. It says a person who leads or commands a group, organization, or a country. That's a leader. And we hear this all the time. There are leaders in Nigeria, especially. When I started hearing the word leader as a child, it's always to do with Nigerian leaders not doing anything. Before I started working, and there are people with leadership structure in companies and organizations. So the point that Dr. Sharonke is making here, leadership would expose all your weaknesses, is something that we really need to start from and explore a little bit more to understand really what leader means. So let's go to let's see what other comments is there. Hello Samuel, how are you? We have okay. Ask where are you leading them? Okay, ask why are they following you? If you want to know if you're a leader, I suppose leaders means some people are following you. Thank you very much. That's also Mr. Dr. Sharonke. So I think Adesola is saying he's down to earth and humble. I think this is about Dr. Sunday. Thank you very much, Adesola. He's a very smart man. That's Oluwatoyin that's saying that. Thank you, Paul. Hi, Idera. Okay, guys, so let me see your comments, please. Let's us all read your comments. Please send as many as possible. Adesola also wrote that leadership is selflessness. Very good. That's really good comment that we also can discuss in more details. Leadership requires giving guidance to others. That's excellent, Jane. It does require giving guidance and knowing what to do yourself. Dr. Ladi says, fastest way to personal growth for me has been volunteering for leading a group of highly influential and intelligent doctors. I survived. Well done, Mr. Sharonke. Thank you very much, Dr. Sharonke, in fact. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera now. I wonder if Julie is ready to say anything about leadership, or if she's got another definition for leadership. I think it would be nice if we have another definition other than that of Google, because I'm not really satisfied with the Google's definition. So if you guys, I like your definitions and what you guys are saying. It seems to me that there's a lot of understanding on this word already, this attribute leader. So I'm really looking forward to learning from you. So let me just turn this so that we will find out if Julie has another definition.
Yes, I do have another definition. Mine is, a leader is the one in charge, the person who convinces other people to follow. A great leader inspires confidence in other people and moves them to action. So this is really, for me, it hits the nail on the head in the sense that there is a lot of the leader who has a lot of influence in other people, and it's not necessarily because the leader says something. It's because of the behavior of the leader, and it's because of what the leader, the atmosphere that the leader creates. I remember when we went out for a conference, or like there was an event, and we went with Dr. Sunday where he was supposed to speak. And what he did, the first thing that he did was that he changed the atmosphere of that event. We were all sitting, in a set pattern, and for him to underline or support his message, he needed to create an atmosphere that would allow the people to receive the message in a much more easier way. And he guided us in creating that atmosphere with him. So he didn't tell us, do this, do that, but he came down to the people sitting, facing the pulpit, and he started moving the chairs, telling people, let us sit like this, let us do this. So he led the way to create an atmosphere that was inspiring for people, and they were in return able, to follow him and to receive his message. I really love that example, and for me, this really embodies what I just read out here, that a leader is the one in charge. He was the one in charge. He knew that he was the one appointed to lead that session, so he assumed that responsibility, and then he convinced other people to follow, because he came and led the way. He didn't tell people what to do, but he started doing what everyone else was supposed to do. So he was with us in the battlefield, you could say. And everyone else, followed suit. And then he inspired confidence in other people to do the same, because he showed them that they could do it as well. So people had the confidence of standing up, moving the chairs, and, sitting close to him, forming like this round circle kind of setting. And everyone was moved to action. So for me, this was perfect. It was a great example of a leader and someone who's inspiring. And he did not say anything about leadership. He did not say anything about him being in charge or telling us to do whatever we needed to do. Everyone followed suit. So I love that example. And I think many of us, if we want to be leaders, this is really the way that we're supposed to communicate with people. We're supposed to show them how it's supposed to be done. And I know for myself, having grown up in an African family, it's not easy, to have a healthy understanding of leadership, because in my own family, and for anyone who's African and who's grown up that way, that the kind of leadership you're used to is the person who's older, the person who's maybe even the person who's taller, really, like the person who's somehow physically in an advantage of you, or in comparison to you, is the one leading. The person who has more money, the person who has more influence in a way, not because they earned it, but because it was ascribed to him, out of non-truth, I would say. Nothing that is universal, that is something that is solid or reliable. So I love the fact that, we have a leader that is showing us how it's supposed to be, and we have him in Dr. Sunday, and really what he's doing is showing us Christ. Christ is the first leader, I could say, the first one who's showing us how to be a real leader. And so that's what I understand of a leader for now, and I'll definitely share more, but yeah.
Brilliant, Julie. Julie's at times, honestly, maybe underestimate some of her points and the points that she makes, and I'm really grateful for this, where she started from. She really came from a very good angle. We went to a conference with Dr. Sunday once, and it was months ago. I think it was sometimes around Easter, and it was young doctors that arranged or put together this conference. And it was interesting. We all normally you go to conference and then there's rows of seats where everybody's just sitting down, and we just face one direction, and you come, you sit at the row, and and that's the usual normal thing. And I felt that there was a rainy day, that this is just such a drag, but I had no that expectation. This is the norm. This is what I see anyway. This is how usually conferences are. And Dr. Sunday, when he quietly sat down, but when it came to his turn, he changed everything around. He changed the whole atmosphere. It almost seems like you're not even in the same place anymore. Apart from changing the settings like Julie just described, he also changed the mood the people. He wasn't standing in front of the stage and just standing there and just speaking and just be proper or whatever. He was speaking, you can hear him, you can engage with him. He was walking around and talking to people and, still was making his points and teaching us. The whole place become warmer. It seems like you're in a live place. You're alive. You're in a place that is full of life. And I just loved it. It was just amazing. And I learned 2 lessons there, that when you are a leader, you need to set examples. So Julie just said to us now, where she shared that Dr. Sunday, when he was saying let's move the chairs together, he was the one that started moving the chairs and putting it in circle and moving it around and suggesting we should do this. He wasn't saying, yeah, you move the chair, or you there, move the chair. He was actually doing it. He put his microphone down and he was doing the work, grafting and, actually moving the chair. And so everybody else came together and moved the chair. That's a true sign of a leader. And for me, this is one of the reasons, even maybe as a woman, I personally find it challenging for somebody to say I'm a man, for a man to say I'm a man, or you should respect me or something, because a true leader will show example. A true leader will be more humble. A true leader will be the one that is actually taking all the grunt of the work, not telling other people to do certain things while they just sit down and do nothing. So I learned that lesson that day, and I will never forget that event. And then also that day, I also learned that a true leader is the one that sees above, that sees before everybody, and that's why they're leading. You might be in the same time zone, you might be in the same place, but they see way ahead. And this is something about Dr. Sunday that he shared with us when he first shared it. When I first heard it, I was thinking that how can you be 300 years ahead of people? What does that mean? Does that mean that you're not here and now? Does that mean that you're just telling us and just giving us a figure? But when you are around him, that he's living 300 years ahead. He can see much more than you can see. He knows even the next year, the year before, he knows, he does know the 300 years ahead. He can see, he can visualize. He has a vision for more than 300. Maybe in his own mind he might be thinking it's 300, but I'm thinking now maybe 3,000 years ahead of him is ahead that he's thinking. So I think that a leader, number one, is that somebody that actually sets examples, that leads by example. It's not somebody that tells you to do something and that they haven't done or they're not going to do. So that's a leader, and I think we should all get that right. So I appreciate that from you, Julie. Oriyomi says, a real leader is anyone he leads by example, not a dictator. Brilliant, Oriyomi. That's really good. Aisha is saying, Julie is beauty with brains. Absolutely. Bonsua, Kels, and then we have Chinwe that said, I see a leader as a person that drives a team to achieving goals. One that has excellent observational and communicational skills to identify strengths and weaknesses and use them to enhance individual development. That's beautiful, Chinwe. I think that's absolutely true, and I think what you've written actually covers a lot about a leader. He helps other people also to achieve a goal. It drives a team. It drives a group of people. Excellent observation and communicational skill. Of course, you have to be able to observe, to visualize, to know what's happening ahead. So that's absolutely important. To communicate, that's important as well. You have to be a communicator, because there's no point having everything inside of you, even being able to see this thing, vision, and understand certain things. And if you don't communicate it, it's not there. If it's not communicated and it's not communicated correctly in the way that the audience understands you and used your communication to achieve something, then it's not there at all. So that's brilliant, Chinwe. I like that. Julie wants to say something, so I'm just going to read Aisha, and then I will turn the camera. A leader is someone that make himself available for everyone to use his knowledge and resources. Someone that is selfless. Aisha, you've made just an important point there where you said to use someone that allows people to use him. When Dr. Sunday, this is one of the things that Dr. Sunday still says, Dr. Sunday is the first person in my life I've ever heard that says, promotes and says, use me. He says, use me. You know, usually, even hearing the word using me, it gets me high rated before I came to meet Dr. Sunday, when I came here in this house. But when I hear him constantly says it, but not just say it, but also act it and action, put it in reality. He lives that reality of people using him and allowing people to use him time and time again. This word using now became a positive thing for me, that even I also allow people to use me, because in the past, I always try to defend people from using me and say, no, I don't want you to use me. I don't want people to use me. But when I saw it, he just turned the whole thing around. It turned the old word using, it turned it into something that is positive, that is something that is empowering. I was totally amazed by that. You know, that changed my life. That even to the extent where somebody needs help, or say, take this or do this, I don't feel the need to say who you're talking to, or, you know, I'm not going to do it, or even if somebody try to use me like in a way that people usually do, I let them, and I appreciate them for using me. I just say, okay, that's okay. You know, I will accept it without any bitterness, without any trying to protect myself, because he taught me that, you know, and he showed me with examples. So using him, yes, a leader allows you to use him, and a leader is selfless, yes, and a leader is also a ladder. I heard that from Dr. Sunday. You know, climb on him to get to where you need to get to. That's what he always says, and you know, that's just another word for me entirely. So I'm just going to let Julie speak before I continue reading your comments, but keep them coming, guys.
Yes, thank you. So I really liked what Chinwe said, because Chinwe said a lot of things. And one of the things that stuck with me most actually is that she said a leader uses those skills, the observational and communication skills, to identify strengths and weaknesses and use them to enhance individual development. I love this because you use those skills and that understanding to invest into other people. I mean, if you think about Jesus did not build buildings, right? And that's why I don't understand why so many people just bet on going to church. I want to go to church. I want to go to that building, because Jesus did not invest into a building. He invested into people. And that's what we also have to do, because our legacies have to be seen in the people that we leave behind when we go. So that's the understanding that Jesus had. And that's the understanding that Dr. Sunday having, that whenever he leads, it's because of people, and it's him investing into people. So whatever skills he has, be it communication skills, observational skills, you know, he sees all those little things, and it's not about building something material, it's about investing this into people. Just like Chinwe has said, you enhance the individual development of a person, because you are going to be immortalizing yourself through the person. You're going to leave a legacy through the people that you leave behind. So you have to invest into other people. There's no other way for you to be a true leader, because if you have been a leader and there's nothing you leave behind other than anything material that can deteriorate, or, you know, just get forgotten, or I don't know, even if you have like a monument, we can, you know, destroy that monument, or just, you know, leave it somewhere where nobody's going to go and close it down, or whatever it is. But when it comes to people, you are going to live forever. You're going to be, you know, lasting forever. You're going to be seen in other people. You're going to be reproducing yourself in other people. And people are going to speak your language. They're going to speak, you know, your philosophy. And that's why Pastor's quoting people. Every time you see him speaking in his recent videos that he's releasing, when it comes to his philosophy, he's quoting people. He's quoting what these people have left behind. And it's not because they have built some amazing buildings, but it's because they have invested into people. They've invested their knowledge, their skills, their understanding into others. And these have reproduced those ideas and that knowledge and those skills. And that's why we keep on talking about them. So I just appreciated that. I wanted to add that to what Shino has said. So thank you.
Brilliant. That's really good. Thank you, Julie. So leaders. I said leaders. It's not just about men. This is one of the things also that I want to say, because what Julie was saying earlier, that especially if you come from an African home, leadership is not by what's the word that she used? I think it's not by merit. It's usually by okay, maybe you have more money, or maybe you're older, bigger, stronger, or is the man in the house, or anything they can use that doesn't really depict the right meaning of a leader is what is the examples that you were shown. So I just want to highlight that women also should really take on this role as being a leader. It's not about dictatorship or subduing other people. It's about setting examples, and we shouldn't really wait for men also to just be the ones that set examples for us or to do the right thing. We should also set an example, especially in our area, in the areas that we're very good at. We should also show leadership in that. And it starts really from the home. So no children should ever grow up thinking that a leader should just be a man, or somebody that is a boss, or a leader should be the person that has the most money, or the leader should be the person that is the tallest or the strongest physically. They have to have merit, and it has to be by leading by example, by serving other people. So for me, I also think a leader is somebody that serves other people. It's not somebody that is waiting to be served, who serves other people and sees ahead. I want to read this paragraph out to you guys. It's about great leaders, and it says that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Great leaders possesses dazzling social intelligence, a zest for change, and above all, a vision that allows them to set their sight on the things that truly merits attention, not a bad skill set for the rest of us either. And it's going on to say, it is the job of a leader to develop a vision, establish what matters, and articulate why, set direction, and inspire others. Recent research, I wouldn't go into that, but you can see what it says there. Dr. Sunday actually, this is embodied all this for me. Look at the Nigerian Transformation Project, his vision for Nigeria. And in Nigeria, it's a place, yes, we could say giant of Africa, Nigeria being giant of Africa. We call Africa that continent. But with all this, and with the mass number of people that talks about Africa and Nigeria negatively, or just look down on it, or just don't see anything good out of it other than maybe one or two things, but even that, they're not sustainable. He in that midst of all of that, of the majority of people that talks negatively about Nigeria and Africa, he has this vision that even when you're listening to it alone, right? If you're a lover of Africa or a lover of Nigeria, that enough satisfies your soul just to listen. And also it empowers you to have, well, how could somebody just have this vision? Sometimes I think some people are thinking, how is this going to happen? But now I bought into this Nigerian transformation. I mean, I bought into it for a long time, but I am so convinced now, without any doubt in my mind, that it's possible, because I had a leader that made me see that. A leader that has the vision, and how he has the capacity to translate a vision to reality. And he has plans. He's not just saying that, oh, this is going to happen in Nigeria like a vision or prophecy. No, it's not about that. It's about processes. It's about action steps, values that would help to achieve that, the skill set that is needed. And he talks about that. He talks about it in the books that he's written. So it's not just saying it verbally and saying it, and it's not even recorded. He's recording it on, this is about integrity as well. He's putting all this out nationally for, is it nationally? It's actually worldwide. It's not just in one nation. Everyone can see this from Facebook all over the world. It's on YouTube. It's available, so you can quote him. You can even get a record of it, video recordings of it. He said it in his books that his names are on in, so there's so many things. So to me, this is a true leader. And I just can't help myself also to develop these attributes. I can't. I find that because I'm here around him, usually I'm somebody that shies away from leading, especially if it's not a work where that is my responsibility and I've been authorized and everybody knows that that's my role. If it's in any other environment, I just kind of sit back. Yeah, sometimes my character will shine through. It will come through where I would lead, but most of the times I just want to take a back seat. But seeing Dr. Sunday and how he's also always in the forefront of everything, leading, seeing, you can't come to Dr. Sunday with any problem and leave with that problem. That problems get resolved immediately without any effort. You just kind of like, okay, why don't you do this? It's just amazing. So seeing that every day, for me, I think that that's how I am developing my own leadership skills. And even listening to him, listening to how he sees things also helps. So thank you very much, guys. It's really important that we all develop these attributes. I also want to read the rest of your comments. Please let me see what you've written. Leadership requires giving guidance to others. I think I read this from Jane. Okay, yes, I did. Volunteer group. Okay, thank you. And then let's see. You don't become a leader in one day. Yeah, that's true. That's Dr. Sharon Keda says that leader is produced through process. Okay, that's very important. I think it's also important, yes, that we also discuss this to some extent, that leadership skill is something that we have to continually imbibe, or maybe say evolve in. It's not something that you acquire and then say you have it. You also have to always upskill yourself, because things changes all the time. New information, especially being in an information age. If you want to stay on top of your game, if you want to be visionary, if you want to be somebody that sees things and then make a reality, you also have to be somebody that continuously learn yourself, somebody that is not standing still, somebody that is not complacent about what they already know or their current position. So, and that's Dr. Sunday again. I mean, we can't even deny it. I think some of these attributes, I don't know who are the people that put all these attributes. I know that it was different people from Facebook and all the other social media, but they really do know Dr. Sunday, because to say the word leaders, I mean, this is all him. This is him. Look at the 7 that he's doing. I personally call it 7 projects, 7 days. So there's 7 different projects that he launches every day, and actually the next one will be launched tomorrow at 7 a.m. UK and Nigeria time. So that's 7 a.m. in the morning. Please watch out for that. It's going to be streamed live. And this one is about pastoring without tears. So it's about pastors. So it's pastoring without tears. It's really worth watching. Even if you're not a pastor, I would really advise you to watch this. And if you are a pastor, it's on Sunday. I think it is absolutely worth watching. So this is another skill about Dr. Sunday, and you've heard this many times that we told you. We don't actually know when Dr. Sunday sleeps, because I know for a fact, which you also know as well, that Dr. Sunday spent at least 3 hours a day developing himself, self-development. So either he's reading, either he's working on something or doing some research. He spends at least 3 hours a day, and he spends up to maybe 6 hours a day. And on top of that, he writes, he reads, he works on other many projects. He films, he does live broadcasts every single day. There's no break in any day. There's no rest, no holidays. Even I'm afraid to take holidays now. I wanted to go take time off. I'm thinking, how can I take time off? I'm so behind. Somebody that is so ahead is not taking time off. How can somebody that is behind be taking time off? So you see that mentality of, it's not that I've arrived, I'm there, I'm already a leader. It's not even in his vocabulary at all. He's still learning. He's still developing himself. He still wants to learn, know more. He knows there's so much more he can do. And this is somebody that I haven't even expressed 5% of what he knows. So can this is true leader for me. This is everything a leader should be. And it's so empowering to see somebody live doing this. Somebody in my own viewpoint, in my own view, like I can see either through Facebook or just being here in his house or anywhere that I can see, I can learn from, and he's also freely giving everything that he has and learning more. So he's always replenishing. So yes, Dr. Ladi, about learning and not something that you can develop in a day. Yes, it's not something you can develop in a day, but it's something that you can emulate every single day to be better at. So absolutely, thank you for that contribution. Mayowa is saying there's a great blessing when you are being used, but don't allow anyone to misuse you. Wow, thank you very much, Mayowa. I think when I used to think about the word being used, I used to think about the word being misused. So it's very good that you highlighted that in terms of misused. Yes, of course, we should never allow anybody to misuse us. And if they, do misuse us, we should also know the right thing to do. Just stay strong and, just leave them to it or move on. But thank you very much, Mayowa. Aisha is clapping. Well said, Queen Mayowa. Thank you very much. ID Peters, good evening. Peter, good evening. A real leader is anyone who leads by... Yes, I've read that bit. Thank you. So, guys, I'm really appreciating your comments, your contributions to this, because it's really helping me to understand what a leader is, and even to be able to share some of my experience or my understanding. The more you're sending information, or the more you're sharing your own thoughts on this, the more my own memory is also jogging, and I'm remembering things that I know about leadership and being a leader, and also being in this house. It's all about leading. It's all about leadership by examples, not leadership by telling people what to do, but by examples, and just leaving people to just choose what they want to do. Even if you show them examples and they choose to do otherwise, you let them be. So that's really something that I also learned from Dr. Sunday, that even with his leadership, it still allows people to be who they want to be. Chinwe is saying a leader needs to develop the temperament and problem-solving skills to deal with individual challenges. Chinwe, were you here when I was talking about an incident in this house, in Dr. Sunday's house, where Dr. Sunday was absolutely amazing? That it still amazes me till now, but I'm not too, now I'm used to it, because I've seen him several times like that, where there's an argument between people that lives in this house, including myself actually, and the way he dealt with it. He has the perfect temperament. He gave everybody the opportunity, the chance to say their side. If they wanted to shout, he wasn't saying that, don't shout in front of me, or I don't want to hear you, or anything. He wasn't stipulating anything. He wasn't putting any order or being authoritative. He was just being a leader. Gently just saying that, you say your point, please let her talk, let him speak. You've said your bit, let him say what he wants to say. And it's not saying that you shouldn't say that. Even if somebody mishear you, he said, oh, I don't think that's what he's trying to say. I think this is what he's trying to say, correct me. And that temperament, this is like, for me, it was unbelievable. Because even at home, with my parents, when I was growing up, when there's an argument like that, there's usually, you're wrong, or this person is wrong, we shouldn't do that. He wasn't doing that at all. He was just saying that, I think this, I would have done this differently. I think that you should do this. And furthermore, this is his house. Why is he putting up with all this biomasses and doing all these things? But he wasn't condemning anybody. He felt he was acting as, you have the right to be angry, you have the right to voice your opinion. And he was even busy that day. He needed to do something, but he listened to everybody and gave everybody the chance to voice their opinion or their own grievance on the issue. It was amazing. Yes, so in terms of temperament, he's got it on a lockdown. He's got it totally. So I appreciate that comment. For Lashile, good evening, thank you. Charles Smith, good evening, thank you for joining. So thank you very much, Chinwe. That was excellent that you put that up. Julie, do you have anything else to say? Okay, so yes, guys, I really do want to talk to you about HMT. Please continue to put your comments up. We've still got a few minutes, and I can still read out your comments. But I really want to share with you HMT and just tell you a little bit about HMT, a little bit more. Okay, the next HMT is in November, which is next month, and it starts from the 5th to the 12th of November. I think the 5th is on a Sunday, I think. Monday? Yes, a 5th is on a Sunday. So when you arrive on the Sunday, don't worry, guys. Our packages include complimentary airport pick-up and drop-off when you arrive here in Ukraine. So you don't need to worry about somebody picking you up. There will be somebody there waiting for you. So this is the HMT experience. Somebody will pick you up at the airport, and when you're leaving, also somebody will drop you off at the airport. And in the Sunday, you would arrive, all delegates will arrive on Sunday. So throughout Sunday, we'll be up and down going to airport. We will greet people, show people around. And this will be the time to settle into your rooms. Here in Dr. Sunday's house, he's got several rooms. And church? Okay. Yes. Okay, so we would show you around. Judy is reminding me that will be the first Sunday of the month. Usually Dr. Sunday will be in church, in Embassy of God Church, in Kyiv, which is in the city, this is where you're coming as well. And it will be in church on that day, but that will be the time that you're traveling in anyway. But there will be people in the house. I will definitely be in the house. I don't go to church. Hardly do I go, only when maybe there's an event or something that I go. So I will be here. There will be the HMT team also will be here. So we would all welcome you. We have HMT team, you are guest team as well. That will be here to welcome you. And once you arrive, you'll be shown to your room. If you don't book though on time, you will not be staying at Dr. Sunday's house. We will help you to find accommodation nearby. So there are lots of accommodation around here as well. But that means that you would have to travel from your accommodation here for the HMT classes or sessions. And the sessions is all throughout the day. You have to we start early. So from when you have your breakfast. So usually when I first came, the HMT that I did here, from when I left my room at about 7 a.m. in the morning, I did not go back into my room until 12:30 midnight, So my suggestion is you have to wake up early, get ready, go down, have your breakfast, and then the HMT starts itself. So there would be a little short session. And then after that, you have main sessions. And this year, this HMT coming, we are also having 2 guest speakers. The smartest, the leader, or should I say, the head of the smartest family in UK, probably in the world, I don't know, but in UK, and also Aaron's, who is also on Facebook. They're both on Facebook actually, but Aaron's, his last name is Aaron's Agbehi also would be joining us. He's an exceptional man. They're both exceptional men, and all 3 of them are exceptional. I mean, Dr. Sunday, I don't need to tell you anything about him. The guest speakers also, you would have heard them or seen them at some point if you are somebody that is on Facebook. So there will also be, I know Arams is coming here to Kyiv, but Dr. Imafidon, I think he will be streaming, but I'm not sure. He might also be here in Kyiv. So guys, that's just the beginning. So you come in, and then Dr. Sunday usually takes a large proportion of these sessions where he would teach on a subject that is relating to development in different areas. But Dr. Sunday's teaching, as you know, is very thorough person. Dr. Sunday is not the kind of person that will give you half of any information. He just can't do it. It's not possible for him to do that. So if he treats a subject, he treats it fully. And it's your opportunity to ask questions, areas that you're not sure about, or your fears. This is the place to be. It's only 7 days. The actual HMT will start from the 6th. And it would end on the 11th. So you have a day on each side from the package that the HMT packages. So please join us. And from today, well, not from today, up until the 20th of October. So you have 6 days from today, and you have 10% discount. So I think it's worth taking up that discount. 10% discount will help you with one thing or the other. So I would urge you to actually book and do all necessary, make all necessary arrangements in order for you to benefit from the 10% discount. Is up until the 20th of October. And if you want to book, or should I say register for HMT, which is the one from the 5th to the 12th of November, which is next month, you need to go to Sunday Adelaja official. No, sorry, Sunday Adelaja blog. Official is YouTube. Sunday Adelaja blog.com/visit. That's Sunday Adelaja blog.com/visit. You'll find the form there, and you can see all the information there and complete it so that somebody will get in touch with you. I promise you, somebody will get in touch with you within 12 hours of you completing the form to make sure they can help you with your bookings. But please do so. If you live in a country where visa is required, you need to take actions immediately. However, if you don't, you also need to take action. But if there are many countries, especially Europe and America, that you don't require visa to come to Ukraine. So if you're in any of those countries and you are a citizen of those countries, because you may be in that country and you don't have the citizenship, maybe you still hold a foreign passport from another country that needs visa, then that consideration also needs to be made, because we have, I think it's about 3 weeks now to HMT. So there's still some time, it's not impossible if you need a visa, but you need to act now. You need to act immediately. But I can assure you, HMT is something that you would attend and your life will not remain the same. I don't like using this kind of cliche words like your life will not remain the same. You know why? Because I've heard it in church, and I know that you've also heard this kind of words. Your life will not remain the same. But this is not what I'm saying here at all. This is not that kind of your life will not remain the same. This is going to be from you changing it. It's not going to be by miracle or anything. This is going to be by your renewal of your mind through the understanding of principles, through understanding and gaining knowledge that you didn't have before. So this is all you. It's not anybody that's going to perform any magic or miracle on you. This is just going to be you. But you will be compelled to make those changes because you will have the right information and you'll be able to empower yourself to make those changes. So please, guys, my advice to you is that if you don't know anything about HMT, to go to Dr. Sunday's YouTube channel, Sunday Adelaja Official. Sunday Adelaja Official, and watch the videos. So you will see a playlist, and one of the playlists will say HMT. Click on any of the HMT playlists and watch 1 or 2 videos so you have a better understanding of what it entails. You'll be required to read books. I was going to that, and I think I diverted my attention for a little bit, where you'll be required to read books. These are Dr. Sunday's books. You may already have the book already, but you will read at least 3 books. I think they're up to 5 in this HMT because it's a little bit longer. So there are 3 books that you must read, and you must read them thoroughly. They will presentate. You'll be required to do presentations. You'll be required to contribute in HMT. You can't just sit there and just listen. You'll be compelled to share your experience, your own knowledge. It's absolutely worth coming. I mean, I just can't emphasize on it enough. So please, if you want to come to HMT, please let us know. Nobody has written about coming to HMT here, but you don't have to write it here. You can also go to sundayadelajablog.com/visit, or you can send an email to guest@godembassy.org. That's guest@godembassy.org. And somebody will get in touch with you. Put your inquiry there and let us see if we can help you. Somebody will respond to you within 12 hours. So please do so. Oriyomi said, Oriyomi is somebody that's attended HMT. So if you're friends with Oriyomi, if you don't mind, you can tell people what your experience is on HMT. I think she attended HMT, or maybe she came for Dr. Sunday's Golden Jubilee. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she did attend HMT, but I think I saw her. I'm not sure. Okay, I think it's HMT. If I'm not, my memory is not really, it's failing me right now. I know Dr. Ladi has, yes, but there are many people that have attended HMT, but the best way is to go and watch the previous HMT on Sunday Adelaja Official on YouTube. Sunday Adelaja Official on YouTube will really give you a full overview of what HMT is like. So guys, Dr. Sunday will be back. He's going to continue. Yesterday, oh my God, you know, I couldn't reflect or review on Dr. Sunday's teaching last night because it's just too heartbreaking for me. I don't want to relive that memory, even though it's not my own experience, it's not my own memory, but I just thought to do the review on that is just going to be too much, because yesterday, just listening to all the challenges that they went through as a family, 3 deaths in the family within 6 months of prominent members of the family, the condemnation, all of those things is just going to be too much. Okay, Oriyomi said attend the Golden Jubilee. Okay, thank you for that, Oriyomi, not HMT. Okay, that's fine. But you're welcome to attend HMT this time, Oriyomi. So, guys, please, I didn't do the reflection on that or review, but possibly tomorrow we will be doing that. But I appreciate your time. I appreciate you for today and the contributions on the attributes that we discussed today, which is leader. I mean, we discussed in terms of leadership and also as a leader as well. But, you know, one thing we must remember in this is that it's not just about Dr. Sunday to have these attributes. Dr. Sunday's greatest wish for everybody, and is the reason that he does these things, is so that we can imbibe those things as well and be empowered to be better than he is, not just be ordinary, to be personality. My brethren need to stop preaching when they attend HMT. Come with the spirit of learning. Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Shoronke. I appreciate that comment. So guys, thank you so much. So come back. Dr. Sunday will continue his life story and what it means to Satan or devil or whatever to attacks. So please, guys, join us at 9 p.m., which is 7 p.m. UK and Nigeria time. We look forward to that session. It's always a pleasure. So come early so we can start and finish early, because we are usually 2 hours ahead of most of these two places, because it's already past 8 here in Kyiv. But we appreciate you. I'm going to turn the camera. Julie wants to say goodbye to you.
Hi everyone. Yes, I want to say goodbye, but I also want to highlight one comment that Mr. Shoronke made, which is, he said, "My brethren need to stop preaching when they attend HMT. Come with the spirit of learning." Yes, I can subscribe to that. I mean, there's lots of time for all of us to always ask questions, but I would also jump on that bandwagon that Mr. Shoronke has just launched here to say that really, Dr. Sunday has so much to share with us. You won't believe it. And ideally, what I've experienced throughout my experiences during HMT is that the best time to ask the question is after he has taught us what he needed to teach us. So this is the time where you can then share your experience, your understanding, your questions and everything. Because sometimes we tend to deviate because the content is just too rich, so you always want to say something. And I understand that. I think Mr. Shoronke understands that too, because he's been here a couple of times. But the really wise one is to try to dissect everything and to get Dr. Sunday to share everything and release everything he has to release, and then come up with the questions that you have based on the notes you will hopefully take as well. So that's just my last word of the day, and thank you for being there, and I hope to see a lot of you during the HMT in November. Bye.
Bye everyone. See you.